Hello, 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 everyone. Um, Sorry I kept you guys waiting. Good evening. It's about 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope everyone is doing great this evening, wherever you are, or this morning, wherever you are. Happy Tuesday. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes while we get some more people online. I do have to apologize ahead of time. The service in here, the network in here is not the best. And so I may go on and off camera. I do not intend to be too long on this, but nonetheless, I haven't been live in a long, 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 long time. So it's kind of strange being live, right? But um, good evening, all. Happy Tuesday. I think I got one person who's plugged in. So, who was that one person? Who was that one person who was plugged in? Let us see. Got one person who was plugged in. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come on board. Some massive announcement that's taking place. And so I wanted to make sure that we have as many people as possible who can watch this, who can hear this, who can see me, and I can see you, and I can hear you, and I can interact with you. Just go ahead and share the news that we have. Hey, Toya, how are you? Long time. How are you, Toya? It's good to see you. It's been a while. I hope you're doing great. I hope business is great as well. All right, all right. A few more people streaming in. Um, I am doing great, Toya. I am doing excellent. I am doing amazing. Um, no complaints. Busy as usual, but absolutely no complaints. Miss you too. Miss you too. I hope you're doing well. I hope your business is good. I hope all is well with you. Um, but yeah, let's see a few more people. I am having some bad internet service here. But all right, so let me jump into this. I don't have a large audience this evening, which is cool. I don't have a lot of time, which is also cool. But I wanted to, come on this medium this evening, this night, to connect with our Generosity Global Village, our supporters, our um, donors, partners, everybody who was interacting with Generosity Global one way or another. I just wanted to come in and connect with you on the status of our mobile shower program. As you all know, Generosity Global embarked on a journey almost 5 years ago to build a mobile shower facility, mobile portable shower facility to serve people in the homeless, unhoused community here in Baltimore, Maryland. And that in itself has not been without um, its fight, right? From the very first inception of the vision of Generosity Shower and wanting to bring this live or bring this dream alive back in 2017. That in itself was a struggle, a fight, I'm not going to get into the ins and outs, but at the end of the day, it took a lot out of us just to launch that program. But we did launch, and was hailed as a remarkable innovation, and solution to address the issues and the hygienic concerns that people in the underserved community in Baltimore, our homeless population, had at that time. Having access to clean showers, having access to hygienic products, having access to a place where you can be at peace, where you can have comfort, where you can relax, where you can simply be you, something to freshen up at the beginning of the day or at midday. That's why we built Generosity Shower, to really create a solution that can serve men and women who are experiencing homelessness and have, frankly, had no other choice, had no other, had nothing else that could meet that particular need when it came to their personal hygiene. And so that's exactly what Generosity Shower um, was built, what was a vision. And for 4 years, we we successfully executed on that mission. We successfully ensured that men and women had access to hot water showers Monday through Friday, starting our second year of operation. And even through the COVID years, when all the restrictions were there, we were very, very much present in the midst of the pandemic, um, putting our lives at risk, being out there and ensuring that these men and women still had access to mobile shower facility. And it was great. That is what we built it for. We were called to do it. And so we stepped right up and did that. So over the last, 4 years, one of the biggest things that had always been, I would say, our struggle has just been funding, right? Just being able to fund that program and being able to um, ensure that we had enough funding to sustain the program, sustain the activities of Generosity Shower. And, fortunately, we were able to get a grant through the city of Baltimore, or a federal grant, actually, that was given to the city of Baltimore and was redirected to us. Um, that basically helped carry us for the last 2 years. Through that grant, we're able to expand services, up to 5 days a week, increase and sustained and maintained employment for key shower guest personnel, as we call them, and was able to operate effectively, um, you know, the last couple of years. Just to put things in context, Generosity Shower basically is a program that, annually, it's $170,000 thereabouts to operate, to staff, to provide supplies, to ensure that there is security, to ensure that there are, we have the right products in place, to rent a generator that powers the electricity, that allows for the lights to come up, that allows for the hot water heater to get warm, Um, so the shower program itself was a big cost program, relatively to our operating budget. $170,000 is not really a lot of money, but for us, that's a lot for a nonprofit that is still in that space where we are growing, yet still have those grassroots constraints. It's a lot of money. And so, it's been tough, 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 raising money, raising funds to support and sustain that program. And we came into 2023. Actually, prior to 2023, we, just received news that the funding that we were counting on was not going to come in. Um, and literally, literally, it was like, oh my God, what is going to happen with Generosity Shower? But we persisted. We knocked on doors. I knocked on doors, sent out emails, name it. But a lot of those emails that were sent, a lot of those companies that we reached out to, a lot of just individuals that we knocked on their doors to see if they can connect us with businesses, organizations, people, resources that could help infuse some money into Generosity Shower so we can salvage and save that program. Unfortunately, we just didn't have anyone to rescue us. And so coming into 2023, myself and my team, we and our board of directors, looked at our reality, right? The reality being that everything that we do as a nonprofit really depends on funding. And we have the people who are ready, who are willing, who are dedicated and committed to working and ensuring that we bring our mission to life and ensuring that our vision is accomplished. We have those people, we have the assets, but yet you cannot, people can only believe in you for so long in terms of that pipe dream if there is no payment or salary involved. Again, just by itself, Generosity Global or Generosity Shower created employment that was responsible for 7 people, and those 7 people, including our lovely program manager, those 7 people cost the organization, just the shower program by itself, close to $115,000 in a 9-month period whenever we operated. Well, our program manager was actually annual. And so that's the burden of what we faced and what we were facing. But then we realized that, again, as mentioned, no matter how much good you want to do, right? No matter how much you want to serve, no matter how much you commit your life to doing good, if you don't have the resources, if you don't have the money, if you don't have the funds, if you don't have the resources that are required to execute on your vision and execute on your operations, I don't care who you are. You're going to get to a point where you get tired. You're going to get to a point where you said, you've done all you can do. And unfortunately, you have to turn a new leaf. And so we turned into 2023 with that thought in mind that there is a very good possibility that Generosity Shower will not come back. And it was not, listen to me, it was not an easy, decision to make, because we understood and we knew how intricate and how important um, this service, this program, this resource is to men and women um, who are experiencing homelessness, because we've seen it live, how the shower, just the experience of taking a shower, transformed a life. And so, having that thought in mind and eventually coming to that decision, that we will, because of the financial constraints on that particular program, the lack of funding for Generosity Shower, how much it will take, annually to run that program, the bigger vision to grow it beyond just one mobile shower facility, that in itself was a hill that for us was too steep, too high to climb, and just took a lot of energy out of us as a team, right? Again, it's one thing to have the idea, it's one thing to have the vision, it's one thing to do good, but it's another thing to have to actually fund the vision, to actually, you know, put money behind it or raise the money and sustain it. And unfortunately, we made a tough decision as an organization that um, Generosity Shower would cease to operate. Um, After 4 years of service, after 4 years of serving people experiencing homelessness in Baltimore City, Maryland, after 4 years of blood, sweat, and tears, after 4 years of a lot of sacrifice on everybody's part, on our employees or our workers, our team members, our donors, our volunteers, our partners. After 4 years, we unfortunately have to close the door on Generosity Shower. We unfortunately have to say we did our very best. We did our best to ensure that people had access to clean, warm, refreshing showers. We did our very best to put joy and happiness in people's hearts. We did our very best to change the face of homelessness in Baltimore City. And so, with that, that actually left us now with, a clear path into our work in Africa. We officially, with the ending of Selfless Saturday at Christmas Eve of last year, after 12 years, after 144 consecutive months, and now the ending of Generosity Shower, we are now fully committed as an organization exclusively in providing aid, specifically access to clean drinking water, specifically serving women and through their menstrual health and hygiene, as well as just building sustainability through every region or community that we invest in with our water projects. And so Um, right now, going forward, Generosity Global is no longer operating with um, our local focuses that were Selfless Saturdays, which was homeless once every month. Generosity Global is no longer providing showers to people experiencing homelessness. But now our focus and our theme for the year is let's move for clean water. And so, with that theme, with that message, we are now hyper focused on the continent of Africa. We are hyper focused with a mission that is focused specifically on clean drinking water. Um, Now our message is refined. Now our vision continues to be refined as to being able to meet our bigger goal of providing access to clean drinking water to over 2 million people over the next 5 years. Um, we are now exclusively organization that is operating internationally. Right now, operating in Cameroon. Right now, operating in Kenya. And as you know, those two countries are currently our focus areas. Access to clean water is a big need. It's a big global problem that we are doing our part to solve, even just a little bit of that across two countries. And we are committed with our team, with our staff, with the funding that we have to ensure that we can bring clean water to as many people as possible. Alongside clean water, we are committed to um, ensuring that we can invest in women, specifically in menstrual health, creating awareness, education, as well as empowerment in through our Generosity Women program. And the goal of that is to eventually create menstrual equity as well as end period poverty, period shame for young girls, for women across sub-Saharan Africa. And so this is a benefit from people having access to clean drinking water or just clean water as a whole. As we continue to make our way into this year and continue to refine our mission and take from our past experiences, take from our lessons learned through Selfless Saturday, through Generosity Shower. Our goal as an organization is to be able to build on those platforms that were highly successful and use our resources, our energy, pour all that we have into ensuring that our vision and our goal for clean water in sub-Saharan Africa is realized, is met, which means now our ask of everybody, right? Everyone now that we engage in, that we come across, that we talk to, the ask is simple. Join us and let's move for clean water. Join us. Let's move for clean water. Join us. Help us bring access to clean water to people in sub Saharan Africa. Help us serve young girls. Help us serve women. Help us end period poverty, period shame. Help us create menstrual equity and let it be okay for young women to be able to go through that time of the month without any shame. All right. So I'm gonna follow this up with a quick, with a post just on this, and definitely I will leave this up for anyone who wants to watch at a later date. And feel free, shoot me any questions you may have regarding, our new focus, regarding where we are and where we are heading as an organization and where we have been as an organization. Shoot me an email, shoot me a message, comment on this. And I want to thank every single one of you um, who, who supported Generosity Shower, Selfless Saturday in one way or another. Every single one of you who donated money, clothes, shoes, an item, your time, um, partners who came in. Obviously, I'm going to send you all a personal thank you for our bigger partners who invested. Definitely want to make sure that we thank each and every one of you, but thank the entire community, the Baltimore community, for allowing us to have served um, this community over the last 13 years. It has been a joy, it has been a pleasure, it has been an honor to serve the Baltimore community, Baltimore Space City, people experiencing homelessness. It has been a joy. And we will continue to do so in smaller ways. But I want to thank everyone who has supported us as well in Africa, who has supported us in Cameroon, who has supported us in Kenya. I want to thank you. And I want to invite each and every one of you to join us as we make this move now to fully focus our energy, our time, our resources, our vision on the continent in sub-Saharan Africa, as we are now an organization that is specifically focused on providing access to clean water, as well as supporting women's menstrual health and hygiene needs on the continent. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to message me, email me at rich@generosityglobal.org, or visit the website. Let me know. And if you have any questions, I will be the first to answer it for you. Okay. But again, the decision that we have to make as an organization, a lot of it is basically funding. And as mentioned, without funding, without $170,000, we cannot operate that program, and that's just on a small scale, right? And after knocking on doors and doors and doors and doors and doors, you get tired, and you get tired, and you say, you've done your part. And so that's where we are. We have done our part with Generosity Shower. Now it is time for us to double down with our mission in sub-Saharan Africa to provide access to clean drinking water. Thank you all so much for your time. Thank you all so much for watching this. Thank you all so much for all the support that you've given and shown me and Generosity Shower over the years. On behalf of our board of directors, I say thank you. I bow my head to you. I say thank you in humility. I say thank you, knowing that without you, a lot of what we've been able to do would not have been possible. But as we turn this chapter, I say thank you for joining us as we move for clean water. This is Rich, founder, Chief Generosity Officer for Generosity Global. Thank you all. Have an amazing night, and God bless you. Keep going. We are Generosity Global.